As we get older, a lot of us notice that we're getting dark shadows, dark circles, and we look overall more tired. Not just as we get older as well. A lot of younger people suffer with dark under eyes. Today I'm going to explain exactly what it is, why it happens, and some topical treatments that you might want to try that actually improve the appearance of dark shadows and dark circles. If you're ready, let's get started. So first of all, what are those dark circles that seemingly creep up on us overnight? Well, first of all, I want to say that it's completely normal and it is probably one of the most common things that I get asked about, dark shadows and tired under eyes. What happens is this: as we get older, our collagen is declining. Now, our collagen is that thing that boosts our skin and makes our skin look nice and youthful and padded. Your under eye skin is the thinnest on your body. Therefore, as the collagen starts to decline, your under eyes is one of the first areas that start to show the signs of aging. Coupled with the fact that the under eye area has very little in the way of fat. There are a couple of fat pads, but as we age, those fat pads atrophy. That means they thin. They also start to drop a little bit, giving way to hollowing. So we've got the dark shadows, we've got the hollowing, and we've got the thin skin. It is a problem as we get older because it can make us look more tired, which in turn makes us look older. Now, the dark shadow, the purplish, bluish shadow that you see, the coloration, is actually your capillaries, blood vessels, and anatomy. Now, what's happening, of course, as your skin is thinning, it's becoming a little bit more transparent, and therefore you can see the vessels underneath. Now, of course, aging isn't just the only factor. There are certain genetic factors that make us predisposed to dark shadows. You may have relatives that are much younger than you, or you've seen photographs of your relatives when they were younger and they had dark shadows and circles then. That would suggest that there is a predisposition to perhaps pigmentation or just dark circles under the eyes. There are other factors such as dermatitis, allergies, hyperpigmentation, lack of sleep, and that's a big factor, and dehydration. All of those are factors that will actually impact the appearance of your under eye. I would absolutely suggest you fix your sleep and your dehydration, drinking plenty of water, as your very first step. It's incredible how much a good night's sleep can impact not only our health, our mental well-being, but also our beauty, the appearance of our skin. When we don't get enough sleep, what happens is our body slows down. It struggles to turn over the cells, and therefore collagen is depleted more rapidly. Getting a great night's sleep is your #1 route to better under eyes, and of course drinking plenty of water. Now, it's really important to mention that the under eye area is prone to puffiness, but I'm going to talk about under eye puffiness and eye bags in a separate video. Today is all about dark shadows and circles. The other thing to mention is excessive alcohol can really make the under eye area look more crepey, dehydrated, and therefore more shadowy. Cutting down or cutting out alcohol can have a massive improvement in your under eye area. Obviously, that's a lifestyle change that you would have to consider, but excess of alcohol and an excess of sugar can really impact the under eye area. So how can we treat the under eye dark circles and shadows easily at home? #1, sleep. I've already mentioned it, but getting enough sleep is going to make a massive difference in your under eyes. #2, water. I've already mentioned that. Hydration. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Your eyes will thank you for it. #3, now this is going to sound a little bit strange. Caffeine. Tea bags, caffeine, these are astringents. Now what they do, they're actually going to shrink the blood vessels. They're going to inhibit or tighten those blood vessels. As we wake up in the morning, they tend to be a little more pronounced. If we use caffeine under eye masks or tea bags as an under eye little mask, that actually really improves the appearance of the under eyes. Likewise, cold compresses. A cold compress is really superb at helping shrink those blood vessels, especially if you wake up and you've got them, they're quite pronounced. A lot of us have that. Cold compress on the eyes, and it can be the back of a teaspoon. It can literally be some tea bags that were in the fridge. Then you get the double whammy. Place those on the under eyes. leave them on for about 10 minutes, you're going to have an improvement. So what can we reach for in the way of topicals like skincare? Well, the truth is, because the skin is so delicate and so thin, we want to be careful that we don't use something too harsh. I've heard of people trying to use hydroquinone under the eyes for pigmentation, but personally, I think that that is too strong for the under eye area. I also think that tretinoin is a little strong. Now, there is some research to suggest that using tretinoin or retinol under the eyes could impact the very delicate little ducts that we have in this area. Personally, I don't use a strong retinol or a hydroquinone under the eyes. Now, I don't feel, for me personally, I have pigmentation issues. I have thin skin issues. So this is what I like to use. I like to use ingredients that are going to boost collagen and hydrate. Now, the one that I reach for time and time again is this. This is by House of Joseon. It is their ginseng and it is their retinol. It's a very gentle retinol. Ginseng acts a little bit like caffeine, so it's tightening, it's helping with the capillaries. It's also brightening the under eye. The retinol is going to help with the collagen production, and the hydration is superb with this under eye cream. Now, it comes out in a lovely yellow cream, but that just wipes in and smooths in super easily. It is absolutely one of my first ones that I'll reach for. There's no smell to speak of. It's Korean skincare. You can see I've pretty much used that one. I absolutely love that for the under eye area. It's brightening, it's tightening, and it helps with collagen production. Fabulous first step and very, very affordable. Moving up in price point, this one here is one of my favorites. It's Beauty Bio. It contains vitamin C. Vitamin C is excellent for brightening. So if you did have pigmentation, this is the one that I would opt for. It also helps with hydration and it has almost like a brightening concealer effect. It doesn't have any pigment though, so it just literally makes the under eyes look brighter. I love its applicator. This is a fabulous applicator, nice and cooling, just sweeps under the eye and you simply pump it to get the actual serum out. The serum itself is just a cream colour, but it isn't a colour, so it would be great for any skin tone. And it's a little thicker than the House of Joseon one, but it's gorgeous. What I tend to do with this one is pop it on a good few minutes before I do any concealer or under eye makeup, and it will sit beautifully. There's no odour with that one either. It's just a gorgeous one. So moving up a little bit is this one here. This is Autocorrect by Sunday Riley. I love this one. It has a little bit of iridescence. So under the skin, it has a brightening effect, illuminating the under eye area. I absolutely love it. So it is slightly, I don't want to use the word iridescent. It's just beautiful. It almost gives like a concealer effect without actually masking anything. It just looks gorgeous on the skin. This is loaded with beautiful ingredients. It does have hyaluronic acid. It is brilliant for dark under eyes and if your skin is a little dry. Those are topicals that actually work really well under the eyes with makeup. Now, in terms of a more intensive treatment, I would reach for a vitamin C, hyaluronic acid and a ferulic acid mixture. This one here is by Minimalist. Now, this is going to help with collagen production. These little skincare under eye treatments that I've just shown you are fabulous at every day, helping with the under eye, helping with the dark shadows and circles. This is going to weigh in and really help with your collagen production. And that's what we want at the end of the day. We want to try and rejuvenate the under eyes. So what this is going to do, the vitamin C is going to help with brightness, it's going to help with any pigmentation, but it also helps as an antioxidant. So it's going to help the body to be able to repair itself and produce collagen. You only need a couple of drops. I would actually use this all over the face, not just on the under eyes. What I tend to do is rub it, get a little bit on my fingertips and then just press in. It is a fabulous treatment to use morning or night. You might want to just use it in the evening to begin with when you're starting to use it under the eyes. It has great ingredients that's going to help with hydration, help with your crepey skin and fine lines and wrinkles, whilst also lightening the under eye area. I love this serum. I use it every single night. I don't tend to use it in the day because it is a little sticky. That's because of the fabulous ingredients that are in it. It is so good, it's so affordable, and it's comparable to very expensive high-end skincare. So you can save yourself a pretty penny or two for sure. So that's it, ladies. I have shown you the things that I use to help with my under eye circles. These are topical treatments. They're not going to suddenly be a magic cure. That is something that we need to work on. At the end of the day, aging is a natural process. Our skin is thinning, and that's why we get the dark shadows and circles. But we can help restore the appearance of our under eyes with these products, with the serum I mentioned, getting a good night's sleep, hydration, and remember, little tea bag trick. Get some tea bags, pop them in the fridge, pop them on for 10 minutes. Seriously, it is incredible. When I say tea bags, make sure they have been dunked in some water. Dry tea bags won't work. But that's it. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions or you've got a home remedy that works for you, do let me know in the comments. I love to read your comments. I read every single one. I've chosen this video for you to watch next. Until next time, bye for now.